Good afternoon, everyone. Great to have all of you back again here. Okay, now for these sessions, I would like to, I will more talking on the how to use the EIS system and the goal setting system. Like this morning, we have heard a lot about what pastors say after a child be diagnosed and then you enroll into a school. Besides enrolling into the school, remember you have to enroll a child into the EIS system. So today, this is the two systems that I'm going to share about. Okay. So today I will cover the two topics that is called Eduseeds Information System, as we call it as an EIS, and Goal Setting System as a GSS. So basically the system for GIS, right, is for the enrollment of the students, enrollment of the teachers, and also for the book purchase. Okay, once a student enroll into the center, remember administrator, you have to enroll the student into the EIS system in order to get a username and the Moodle ID for books ordering, and as well as the teacher, in order for them to log in into the goal setting site to view their lessons. Okay. Now, for Eduseeds Information System, as we say, is EIS. The first is to enroll the student and the teachers into the system. The second is for the book ordering. Now, for the EIS system, there is more four main roles: is to enroll the students, enroll the teacher, purchase order, and also we can check the purchase report. This is the role of the administrator. So when there is a new center, you will have your so-called like your center administration username and the password. Then you use this to log in into the EIS, and this is the four main role that you can do in this EIS system. Okay. Like let's say once you log in, the website is central.eduseeds.com. So once you log in, and then you will see the login site. You key in the center's administrator username and the password. Then he will lead you into this site. From this site, right, you will able to see there is enroll students, enroll teachers, and the purchase order. All right. So from here, once you click on the add students, so he will lead you into this site. Okay, so the first thing is the username. So for what we suggest is we all use a small letter, key in the full name. Okay, why we need to key in the full name? Because actually we're trying to avoid sometimes, right, the students, they might have the same name, like okay, and then the secondly is the password. Password, actually center, you can create your own password. All right, and then you come back to the first name and the second name and the last name. All these you must key in using the full name, because sometimes, right, the students, they might have the same name. Like let's say if you just only register the student like John Ng. So you might have 2 or 3 students named John Ng in your center. So sometimes how to differentiate the different students, all right? So it's go by Moodle ID. Alright, so all this when you key in Moodle ID, you will see under the Moodle ID column that is called auto-generated. That means that the system will auto-generate the Moodle ID. This Moodle ID is a unique ID, and this is the ID that you can differentiate the different students. Alright, okay, so once you enroll this, remember you have to click a save. Okay, the username and the password here is enable the students to use the username and this password to log in into the GSS. So that is very important. So we hope that you have to tell your students, remember to keep your username and a password as private. All right? Do not share. Okay, once you click in this one, when you look at this page, there is a search students. Okay, once you look in, you see search student, there is number, you can see the number 14. This 14 means that the number of the student that you have in your center, which is already registered in the system. Okay, so let's say if we want to search a student, you can search either by name or by Moodle ID. So you can see that it's labeled as 1, you can search by name, or 2, you can search by Moodle ID. And then once you key in their Moodle ID or the name, then you click a search. So you will see down there is a list. It will show to you. Alright, so when you click site, there is a edit. Then when you click this edit, it will show you the details of the students. Okay, so from there, once you click this edit, right, so this will be the page that you will see. Okay, now this is the add teacher. Okay, just now we have add the students. Now we come to the same page. Then we enroll the teacher. Under the enrollment of the teachers, we click add new teacher. Once you click add new teachers, this is the same page like what you see in enrollment of the students. Okay, so you have to fill in all the information here, and then you click save. Again, he will give you a Moodle ID for the teacher. Okay, so now this is the search teacher. Is the same as how you search for a student. Okay, under the search teacher column, you will see there is only 4. 4, this means that there is the number of the teachers in your center that have registered. So you see the list at the bottom. It will show that what is their username, their Moodle ID, and their email. Okay. Now, okay, after the enrollment of the teachers, enrollment of the students, now if there is a new students, right, so we have to come into this to buy books for the student. So all the purchases of book is go through the online system that is called the EIS system, is under the book ordering. So it's the same, you come back to the same page that is called purchase order. Alright, under the purchase, once you click into the purchase order, okay, this is the page that you can see. The submitted order list. The submitted order list means that you see there is a number 5. This shows that the number of orders that have submitted within the month. Alright. So you can see from the bottom there is a list. This is the all the orders that you have submitted, and when we click the view, it will able to lead you and to see the details of what is purchase, what is the purchase, who is the students, and what is the book that have been purchased. All right. Okay. The status, you can see the status there. This status is very important because once you just submitted the order, the status will be pending. Alright, then upon the payment received, we release the e-lessons to you, then the status will change it into completed. This means that the e-lesson already activated in the student's account. Okay, now this is called the okay, now this is the new purchase. All right, when you start, you want to order a new purchase order, you want to place an order, you click add new order. When you click add new order, this is the page that you will see. There is a new order. Okay, remember always to go by students. All right, so number 1, you can key in the name of the students and the Moodle ID, but for here I will recommend to use the Moodle ID. Like earlier, like what I said, maybe students, right, they have a same student's name, so maybe we might accidentally purchase the wrong book for the wrong students. So using the Moodle ID is the best, because Moodle ID is a unique ID. Alright, it's the only ID for the particular students. Then, second, once you click the key in the student names or the Moodle ID, the second you go to see the number 2, that is you select the course category or the subject. Like you want to order English, Bible, BM, mathematics, is all. Once you click, it will have a drop down list. So you just select the subject that you want, and then the third, you select the grade. Okay, when you click the arrow, there will be a drop down list from grade 1 to grade 8. Okay, so you just select the grade that you want, and then once you select already, right, you can see like the drop down list of the subject, like like let's say 101 to 1110. So you just choose the unit that you want. All right, you just click the unit that you want, and you just add entry. All right, remember, you just add entry. Okay, so you just create an order. So once you create the order, you will see this. Okay, this is the edit order. Okay, number 5. So the system will auto generate a PO number for you. Okay, it will auto generate the PO number for you. So now you just only order one subject for the students. Now you want to add in another new subject for the student as well. So you come to number 6, that is called add entry, and then you follow the step again. You choose the course category, and then you choose the grade, and then you choose the unit that you want, and then you add entry. Once whatever you add entry, right, you see on the in the middle, you can see there is the student's ID, there is the student's name, and also the number of the courses selected, and then also the amount. All right. Okay. So the list will get long. As long as you go through the same process, the list will get longer and longer. Okay. Now, if you want to order for the second student, for the another students, you just go to the select name by. Okay, you go to the select name by, you change it into another student's name, and then you go through the same process again, like course category, select your course category, select your subject, and then you add entry. Okay, until you the whole process is completed. Then once you click the submit order, then only you click the submit order. Remember, you can check before you submit the order. Like let's say you want to recheck again, see whether you purchase it correctly. You see submitted by, you can see by students, by courses, or by, you can check from there. Or even though that you can click into the students individually, you know, the edit, you click individually and you recheck again before you submit the order. Once you submit the order, that means that you are not able to cancel the order anymore. All right, you are not able to cancel from your side. What you can do is only like maybe only you realize that oh, I have made a mistake. All right, so you have to quickly to call me. Okay, you call me. Then what I can help is I cannot change only a particular item or particular quantity. All right, what I will do is I will cancel the whole order. Once I cancel the order, that means that you have to repurchase again. That means that you have to resubmit a fresh order to me. All right? Okay. Now, besides that, you can see under the purchase there is a few reports that can be used. Here, I will just only share about the student purchase history. Okay, so this is the list. It shows the student purchase history. It's like what is the subject the student have purchased, is under which PO, when, and what is the status. This is the whole thing that it will show. The first thing is you can check by student's name or ID. Key in the student name or ID. Secondly, you just click a search, then the list will show everything. This I think is quite useful because sometimes, right, when we order, sometimes you might miss out certain order, or sometimes we are not very sure that whether we have purchased the book for the students or not. So this is the report that before you make any orders, you can come here and you can recheck, see whether you have purchased it or not. All right? Okay. So I have finished with the EIS. Now I'm going into the goal setting system.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any question?
The floor?
Yes. Is there any questions?
Is there any questions? Yeah, you can put it in the chat, then later we can come back to you. Yeah. So far, everything is clear? Okay, let's continue.
Okay, let's continue with the goal setting system. I think this just now, Pastor did mention a lot about managing, monitoring the students and all that. So this GSS is called goal setting system is play a very important role and is really help. So this is also one of the, I would say, is a tools that it really help the administrator or the teachers to monitor the progress of a child. All right. So under this goal setting system, that I will break it into three parts. Yeah. One is the role of the administrator, the role of a teacher, and the role of the students. All right. Now, so okay, remember like okay, this is the role or this is the goal setting page. This is the page of the goal setting system. So now you keep administrator, you have your own username and the password. You just log in with the username and the password. Okay, this is the screen that you can see. The first thing that I want the administrator to do, right, especially the new calendar year or the new center setup, the first thing the administrator, remember, is your role to do this. First thing, you need to manage the center school day. Okay, when you come to the site administration, the first thing first is that you will click at the manage the school day. Once you click the manage the school day, you will see the page here. Then secondly, you can click the term. Okay, number 2, you can click, like, let's say it's the term 1. The term 1, then you have to key in the term 1 is from when to when. There is a date. Okay, you key in the term 1 date, and then also you calculate the number of school day. Okay, excluding Saturday, Sunday, and a public holiday. It's only the number of the school day. You key in, and then you save. Once you save, then you edit again. You go back to the number 2, you select the term 3. Okay, term 2, you select the term 2, and then again, you will see there is a box for you to key in the date, the term 2 date from when to when. Okay, there is a term 2, and then the number of study days. Okay, then after you save everything, this is done. Okay, this is very, very important, yeah, as an administrator, because by setting the terms, all right, then you were able to generate the report able to generate the reports. Okay, this is only done 1 year once only, administrator. So remember. Okay, from here then, as an administrator, also is your role, is your job also is to create a classes. The create a classes is create a class in the system. Okay, so you click the classes. Once you click the classes, you can see this is the page. Then number 2 is you see there is a new classes. You click on the new classes, and then number 3, you create a class. When you come to this page, create a class, number 4, you can name your class. You can name whatever name that you want. You create a class name. Number 5, you save. Once you save, that means that you have created a class. The class is done. All right. So then from here, you will see the class name will be listed. All right. Then the class name will be listed. Now, once you have created a class, you can create as many classes as you can, as you want, according to the size of your center. Now, this is the list of the teachers and the students. Remember, when you enroll the student and the teachers in the EIS, he will take an overnight to transfer the data, to sync the data from the EIS to GSS. Now, here is the list of the students and the list of the teachers that you have enrolled in the EIS. Now, I have a class. We already created a class. Now, I need to assign a teacher and a student to a class. So you come to the classes. This is the list that you will see. There is a drop-down list. Now you can at the left bottom, number 1, you can see there is a little small box, square box. You just select. You just select the name of the students and the name of the teachers. Once you select, you can see at the bottom there is a yellow bar, number 2. From the 2, you can click and you select the class. All these the students and the teachers selected, right, which class you want to put them in. All right, you just select the class and you click submit. That's it. So all the selected teachers and the students, right, will be put into a class. So that is why, okay. So this is creating a class and enroll a student and a teacher to a class. Now this is a teacher screen. Once a class created, teachers was assigned to a class, students was enrolled into a class. Now as a teacher, how a teacher is to, every morning when you enter into the class, so you need to log in into your system. So this is the same page that you can see. Remember, the username and the password is from the EIS that you have created, the username and the password. Okay, teacher will use the username and the password to log in here. Once you log in, so this is the page that the teachers will see. Because when the teachers log in, right, all the students already assigned to his or her class, it will listed here. Number 1, you can see the student list. That is the name of your class. All right. The second is the date. Remember to make sure that the date is always the default, is the current date. Number 3, the teacher you need to do is mark attendance, is to take the attendance, is number 3. Okay, the first you need to take attendance. You see all is already clicked. That is a default. All right. If let's say a student was absent today, you just unclick the box and then you save. Once you save, right, the attendance, it will change to present and absent. Okay, this will capture in the system. All right, number 3. Then number 4, then what the teacher is, you have to monitor, like this morning pastor share how to monitor. Okay, the first thing is it will show you today's goal. You want to ensure that whether the student already set their goal. All right, so you can see number 4. Okay, sorry, number 4 is a pending goal. So that means that the pending goal is the goal that the teacher haven't signed off, or maybe is due to various reason. So before that, right, in order for the student to set a new goal, the teachers must check and make sure to ensure that they have completed their pending goal. All right, if let's say today I see there is a pending goal, as a teachers, you must ensure the student have to complete whatever is pending. Then only he can set today's goal, a goal of today. Okay, number 5. There is number 5. You can see there is a today's goal. So when there is a blank, means that the student haven't set a goal. When the student already set the goal for today, right, it will show in a today's goal. So the teacher will able to know how many goals the student have set for what subject and what is the unit, the lessons. All right. Okay. Number 6, right, is the details. Because when you see the pending the goal, right, you need to know what is the which lesson and which unit that the student has set for the goal. So you can click on number 6, the details, and to view. Okay. So once you click this, right, you can see here. This is the page. When you click the details, this is the page that you can see. The first one is the pending goal. The pending goal, you can see what is the course, what is the lessons that the students is still in pending. And then the secondly, you can, if the teachers is not very sure of what is the lessons, number 2, you can click proceed. And when you click the proceed, right, it will directly link you into the lessons. And then you can, teachers can can see what actually is the lesson taught. All right. Okay. Number 3 is the today's goal. Today's goal, it will show you that okay, today the student has set the goal, okay, for the certain subject, and what is the lesson. Okay, number 5, you can see there is a sign off. Okay, if let's say the students already finished the goal and finished the lessons, and he have done with the activity books, and then he has submitted the activity books to the teacher, and the teacher already do the marking, everything is correct, done, so teacher will sign. Okay, sign in the activity book. At the same time, the teacher, remember, must come here and sign off the goal of the day. Once the teacher sign off, the sign off column become yes. This means that the student already completed the work for this particular subject of the day. All right. Number 6 is defer. Defer means that it's a cancel. Okay, it's a cancel also. So here is why we have use this. The defer is because sometimes, right, students, they have a own preference. Okay, so maybe he said that I like maths, so I set a lot of goal today for maths, but I doesn't like science, I don't like English, so I did not set goal for English or for science. So when teacher look at this, right, this is not a good setting for today. So teacher may not agree with what the student already set their goal for today. So what the teacher can do is teacher can click defer. Defer means that it's already cancelled. So the student is not allowed the student to do that particular goal. Then the student, okay, now also the student, the teachers also can add goal for the students. All right, you can see on top there is number 4. That is called add goal. The teacher can add the goal for the students. Okay, now we will come back again into the pending. Under the pending, you can see there is a defer, sign off, and then also there is an overdue date. All right, the overdue date, yeah, it refers to the pending goal. Okay, let's say it is pending, like let's say yesterday. Okay, a student do not complete their work today. When they come back, you will see overdue date is 1. Okay, this overdue date will keep on accumulating. All right, if the pending goal do not sign off. So this is a way also to monitor or to manage the progress of the child. All right. So this is the student screen. Okay, this is the student screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The role of the students is just only 1. Okay, they come back to the same page, and then they key in the username, they key in the password, all right, and then they log in. So this is the only thing that the child need to do is to add goal. All right, so when they come into this page, you will see the date is the current date, and then there is a call, the goal list here is just to show you all the modules that have purchased by the student. That is just an information. All right, so what the student need to do is to, number 1 is to add goal. When you add goal, you will see there is the course, there is the lessons, is all dropped down. So you select the course, and then you select the lessons. Okay, select the lesson 1.1 or 1.2 or 1.3. Once you select, you just add. When you add, right, okay, this is done. Okay, this is the role only for the students. Then he will repeat again the same step for different subject and different lessons. All right, once they have completed adding the goal for today, then they will start to do their work. Okay. Okay, this is the report screen. I will just only walk you through and show you a few reports. The first is for the administrator and the teachers. This once you come in here, you can see there is a report for the administrator. Okay, for the administrator, you can see the reports of the whole school, every class. You can see every class right here. So you click to the reports. Right here is a drop down. This is the all types of reports that you are able to view. Okay. Okay, this is the students' report. Okay, what you can do is, if you want to see the progress report of a student, you just go to the class, go to the report, select the class, then you drop down, because as an administrator, you can see all the classes. So now, go to the class, you can select the class that you want to see. All right, you select the class, okay, and then you can select into the individual students, and then you click the details. Okay, so this is the what we call it as a student progress report. This is look like our report card. All right. Okay. So it will show here is the term 1. Remember, I say administrator. You manage the school days is very important, because you already set the time, the date. For the term 1. So that is why the system will capture. Okay, so this is the term 1, and it shows the students, right, what is the subject and what is the modules that have completed, and also there is what we call that, there is the mark obtained. Okay, from here, this is a summary. Summary, it will give you the average score. Okay, so this is only term 1. It will show you term 2 and term 3, all right? Okay, so you will see that for this is the details. Details means that he will show you every individual unit. Like let's say physics 701, 702, what is the score that the student have, you see? Okay? Okay. This is the term 2, term 3. I would like to show is at the bottom. At the bottom, right, after the term 3 at the bottom, it will show you also the numbers of the total module completed in term 1. Like how many books the child has completed in term 1. 8 book, 9 book, 10 books. Okay, it will show for term 1, term 2, and term 3. And then at the bottom, the last is the attendance list. It will show the attendance list of the attendance percentage of the students. Okay, this is another reports that you can see the class term performance. It will able to let you see the term 1, what is the attendance of class, and also the module completed of the individual students. Okay, this is the student exam report. This student exam report, you know, as a student, when you log in, you want to see what is your exam for, what is the exam marks, yeah? You can click into the report, the exam report, and then it will show. It will show you the subject that you have taken, okay, when you sit for the test, and what is your score. And also there is the remarks that is given by a teacher. Remember, as a parents, I think parents also can see the progress of a child. How they can see the progress of a child is the parents can use can log in with the student's username and the password, and they will see what the students see. All right. Then also for them want to know that what is the result of a child, how many modules they have completed, and what is the module test mark. Here, you can come to the exam report. This they will show every month how many modules completed and what is the score that the student has. Okay. Okay. So for me is I've covered the GSS and the EIS. Remember, GSS and EIS is a two different platform. It's a two different platform, yeah? So, okay. So far, is there any questions?
Yes, yeah, we have a question from Sheila Krishnan.
Yes.
Once the student have been enrolled and the e-books or the workbooks purchased, how do we get the laptop calibrated and ready to use?
Yeah, that's the question.
Okay. You see, when you purchase the books already. Okay, like okay, sorry. You remember just now? Remember that I say when you click on the what we call that is a status. There is a status under the purchase. Okay, the status, if it's completed, right, it means that the lesson is already released. Okay, well, how the lesson is released is upon payment received. So as a administrator, okay, once you submitted your order, immediately you want to make the payment. Yes, you can make the payment online, and then you just give us the payment slip. You just write down what is the PO number. Okay, once we receive the payment, we will immediately release the e-lessons to the students. For the students, remember when let's say the payment was made is made today, and then I release the book today. Okay, so for the students, just now in the morning, I think my colleague Isaac already mentioned to you about the LMS. Okay, so if let's say today the administrator make the payment this morning and I release the book today, so the student can only log in into the LMS today, okay, to view the lesson and to go through the lesson. The goal setting site will be the next day, because as I say, our GSS and EIS is two different platforms. So whatever the data from EIS, he need an overnight to sync to the GSS. Yep.
Okay, maybe I'll add something here. Now the question is, how do we get the laptop calibrated? Our IT department will teach you how to install the cert. We do have a guideline, and we will give to you, Miss Sheila. Yeah. Okay, there's another question.
Do we have
Okay, also from Sheila, right? Do we have to create classes if we are doing a self-directed learning? Or do we just have one class for all the grades?
Yes. Okay, it depends on how you want to see how is the setting of your center. All right, whether you want to put all like we have a classroom style or we have a directed. Whether you have a classroom or a directed, it's good for you to have a class, to set up a class. If not, right, if you do not create a class and put all the assign all the student and the teacher into a class, the teacher will not able to sign off the goal of the students. Okay, so whether it is a classroom style or is a directed, you know, the self-paced style, it's better that you put them in together. Yeah, so it depends on the setting of your center. Okay.
Okay, now there's another question from Good Step Learning Center. Once the student set the goals, do they need to wait for the teacher to approve the goals for the day to proceed?
Okay, usually is no. Once the students, because I think maybe in the later part, maybe our teachers will tell you like how to guide the student to set goal. All right. Usually what we do here is because we are in a classroom style, so everyone is doing the same pace. So the teachers will give them and know that today this is the lessons that you all need to do. So everyone will set the same goal. So I think maybe in the next sessions, maybe my teachers will able to share more on this, right? So once the goal you have set, right, immediately the student no need to wait for the teachers. Once you have set your goal, you can straight away to proceed to the lessons. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doreen. Yeah. Do we have any more questions from the floor? Yeah, don't be shy. No, because this one, yeah. You can type in the chat. Any more questions? Okay, there's a question from Sheila again. What happens when we defer a goal?
We defer the cost.
Yeah, a goal.
Defer the goal. Okay. When you defer the goal, like let's say today you defer the goal for today, right? This means that you are not allowed the student to do the lessons, and then the student can set the goal again in another days. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do we have any more questions from the floor? Yeah, Charlotte asked is where can we get the EIS username and password for the administrator?
Is it if you are a new center, right? Once my colleagues go to set up the server for you, then he will give you the username and the password. Yep.
Yeah, I just want to add, Charlotte, that we done that the other day when we come to your center. I've really given the EIS username and password for the administrator. Yeah. Okay, another question from Melody. Yeah, pending for 14 days, how do we ensure compliance? Okay, meaning that means the student haven't finished their goal for 14 days. Yeah.
So as a teacher, like here, if let's say the student already pending for 14 days, that means that the teacher, you have to find out why. What is the reason? Okay, sorry that what I said that is pending goal that is due to various reason. One is because the student haven't completed the work, or there is a correction not done, or maybe the teacher forgot to sign off the goal. All right, so we have to find out what is the reason. If let's say for a particular lessons that is already pending 40 days, the teachers have to check it out with the students. What is the problem? All right, is that there is any difficulties of understanding the lessons, or just because the student do not do their work? So as a teacher, you must ensure the student finish the pending goal. Okay.
Okay, there's another question from Sheila. I was giving a username and password from the previous teacher, but I can't log in. Who do I contact? Yeah, you can contact me directly, Sheila. Yeah, I already given you my contact. Yeah, then I will pass you to the relevant department. Okay. Any more questions from the floor? Yeah, don't be shy. Yeah, put in your questions in the chat. We have our master trainer here, so we can answer all your questions. Now, normally also we have hands-on training actually. Normally on the 5th, in May and also end of November. Last time before the MCO, we have this kind of training. So we also have a hands-on training. Yeah, for those the new centers who need hands-on training, we can come by. Yeah. So you contact me personally so that I can arrange a date for you. Yeah. All right. Any more questions from the floor? If not, then we will break for 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Questions?
Yeah. Okay.
Will there be any issue if a goal is pending for a long time?
Is there any issue? Okay. Actually, it's not nice to see that, like 14 days, 100 days, 200 days, yeah? Because as long as you remember, this will also reflect in a page, in the student page. If let's say as a parent, let's say I'm a parent, I log in into my child, goal setting, and I see it, I was wonder what happened. Why the teacher is not signing off the goal? Okay, so I think this is not healthy to see that there is an overdue. So it's good that also there is a way for us to manage, and also for us to find out why. All right, so as a teacher, it's very, very important. So as an administrator, if parents come to you, and say why my child's goal was not signing off, is that your teacher is not doing anything? You see, so that is why also for the administrator to how to say is to assess the work of the teachers. So as a teacher, remember, you have to attend into it one day or 2 days, because actually 14 days, 15 days actually is really very too long already. So actually it's 1 day, 2 days. Yeah, we have to rectify the issue. We have to find out why the students, cannot complete the goal. Yep. Okay.
I just want to add that our GSS goal setting system is actually a tool for us to track our students. Yeah. So we'll be covering that on 4.2 of our training later. Yeah. That my principal, Pastor Denise, and also my senior teacher will be in doing the training later. Yeah. So we will take, if there are no more questions, yeah, we will take a 5 minutes break. Yeah. Do we have any more questions? If not, then we'll break for 5 minutes before we get my principal and my senior teacher to come on. Yeah? All right. Thank you, everyone.
Your attention.
Yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, thanks.